Good evening, everyone. Thank you for tuning into another episode of Tokyo. My name is T. Sorry if I sound a little weird. I'm sick again tonight. I've been so sick recently. Like the last 3 weeks I've been sick. There's something wrong with my head. So every time I get sick, I get a sinus infection. Every time. About 2 weeks ago, I had a terrible sinus infection. I was taking medicine for a week that practically made me pass out every time I took a dose. It was really horrible. Just got over it. Now here, come to find out, I'm getting sick again and I can already feel another sinus infection starting. Wonderful, can't wait. So great because work is super busy right now and I have no time to go to the doctor. It's actually really cool in Japan because like the insurance is really good. So like basically doctor's visits and medication cost next to nothing. I don't know why I'm talking about this. I'm sorry, I got really sidetracked. Anyway, I'm sick. I'm sorry if I sound weird. But we're here to talk about a package I got from Tachin, my super cool dude who is over in Taiwan. And what he does is he sometimes orders from Taobao. And if you guys don't know, that's like a, I don't know if it's like an auction site or if it's like a wholesale site, or not wholesale, but like a sort of kind of like an Amazon kind of thing. I don't know, online shop, I guess. What he does is he's able to order yo-yos from there that I can't really order. I could order from them, but I have no idea how it works. It's all in Chinese, so I have no idea how to do any of it. So what usually happens is he will ask me to trade him something, and then he'll buy a couple yo-yos that I really want from them, and it's awesome every time. He was able to get me the new Notice last time, and this time he ordered a couple yo-yos. One is from Aceyo, and the other is, I don't know the company name. I'm gonna have to look it up when I open the package, but in any case, I'm really excited for this because one of the yo-yos is super, super light, and I had no idea it existed. So I can't wait anymore. I want to open this up and play with these, but huge, huge ups to Tachin. He's super awesome. I hope I'm saying his name right. Let's go ahead and turn the camera around so you guys can see what I'm looking at. Tachin always packs his box very nicely. So what he does is he orders the yo-yos from Taobao, and then he has them sent to him, and then he sends them over to me. And I think since we're kind of close, relatively close, you know, me being in Japan and all, I think it's, the shipping time is not as bad as it normally would be. I'm just savaging this box, and I don't care. All right, whoa. So first of all, beautiful bags in here. I don't know if these came with the yo-yo or what, but even if I don't use these for yo-yos, I do use them for dice because I'm a huge D&D Pathfinder player. So these are awesome as dice bags too. All right, what do we got in here? We've got 2 yo-yos, but there's so much other stuff in here. Let's look at first. We got tons of string, tons of string. I don't end up using, wow, that's a lot of bearings. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. I can always use more bearings, and especially D-shielded bearings. Wow, that's awesome. More strings. Okay, no. All right, cool. Wow, that's awesome. All right, but let's go ahead and take a look at the yo-yos. So I think I'll look at this one first. I think this company's called A Half-Life. I have no idea about this company at all. Interesting box. I really like their logo, if that is their logo. Green is the color. You're gonna recognize this colorway, I think. It's very, very familiar. Here we are. Oh man. Oh yeah. Okay. Looks awesome. So it sort of reminds me of like the Hulk Smash colorway. It's got this green and silver and purple, and then this kind of like yellow. It's off yellow, kind of sickly green. I love that blend. We got a string and a bunch of grass. I don't know what you call that. Polyester string. This is called the Fragile, I believe. And I didn't even notice it until now. It's got like a freaking gemstone in there, or like a fake gemstone. But like, look at that thing. That's so crazy. Why? Yeah, this is called the Fragile. It's like right around 63 grams, I believe. And it feels nice. It feels really chunky. It's sort of like a chunky borealis or like a chunky honey badger. It's got that same kind of that profile, but it's way chunkier in the rims. But you can already feel it's very, very light. And like, I'm on a huge light yo-yo bender right now. Like, I don't want to play anything over 64 grams. Like 64 is starting to feel too heavy for me. I'm an old man. I've got, shoulder and elbow and back issues. So throwing things hard hurts me. Or throwing things that are heavy hurts me too. This looks awesome. I can't wait to try this. But the piece that got me most excited was an Aceyo. You guys know I love Aceyo. You guys know I love my Chinese companies. This is the Aceyo Air. This is a glossy yo-yo, but here's the kicker. This thing is right around 52 grams. Wow. So this is like the same weight as I believe the, gosh, what's it called? The Crucible from Smashing. It's right around that same weight, but this profile I think is going to be much more, I don't want to say playable, but much more like manageable. The Crucible is like egg-shaped, which is really cool. This is definitely like a you know, traditional V sort of shape. It is 7075 as well. Wow, that rang a lot longer than I expected. Oh man. And the thing about these too is I believe he paid like around 20 bucks for each of these. So like for each of these yo-yos, which he assures me are dead smooth. And I know this one's 7075. I don't know if this one is. I don't think it is. It feels 6061, but these are both like around $17, which is like insane because they look just as good as any. This is 7075. And they look, and probably, I mean, they may play just as well as any other yo-yo. So I can't wait any longer. We're going to start with the Fragile, and then we're going to go over to the Air after. Let's throw a zipline string on these, and let's get to it. Before we start, I already want to give this one a little flick too. Like, these sound really cool. So I've got it wound up with some zipline smoothie, which I think is the best, I don't know, for me, the best string on the market. I don't think there's a better string you can get. Polynylon blend, doesn't slip off your finger, binds like crazy, loops like crazy, whips like crazy. Oh boy. First of all, feels real chunky in the hand, but feels really good. Hope you guys can see me okay. Sorry about my messy house. Okay. The tiniest hint of nail vibe, but it's the material, it's not the actual yo-yo. Oh. 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 Okay, first of all, it just flies around the string. It's so easy to move. It feels so light. Butter on the string. Absolutely not a hint of vibe on the string. Let's see how it feels on the grinds. Feel great. Let's try some whips here. I cannot hit Brent Stoll recently, except to make a knot. Oh, well, I just cut there, but that took a long time. It's not the yo-yo's fault. But it feels so good. It feels so light. The regens are just effortless. It binds really well. As you can hear, it makes a great sound when it binds too. No thud on the string. Bearing's making a little bit of noise, but I mean, it's a new bearing. Whoa. I mean, you're probably thinking to yourself, like, why aren't I reviewing the bimetal shutter? Well, one, it's too expensive, and two, I don't really care to try it. Well, why aren't I trying the CLYW Bear Trap? Because it's too expensive. You know, I can't afford to try out these fancy, super futuristic new yo-yos. I want to try stuff that is cool and fun and off the beaten path and different. And this just, it fits the bill. Great balance. Very easy to control on the flop. Again, just regens amazingly well. Like I said, I guess the only, no, I was wrong. I thought there was a little bit of vibe, but there is not. That was my own messy regen. That was not the yo-yo's fault. This thing feels fantastic. I love it. I'm absolutely in love with it. All right, let's try the Air, the 52 gram 7075. I cannot wait. I haven't been this excited for yo-yo in a long time. I love the sound. Looks good with the pink string, obviously. Butter, totally smooth. The air feels great. It throws nice. It's very, very smooth. It's very, very quiet, but it's got that really nice 7075 ring to it. It's glossy, which is something that Ta-Chin told me about, but it still feels like it's not too glossy to grind. One thing I noticed is that the binds are a little bit slippery. That's why I'm throwing a thicker string on here. We'll see, it's like a little bit newer. It may help with the binds a little bit. Oh yeah, there we go. I think the other strings just get kind of old. But it's like, it's so super light. You can see it's just like, for me, it's moving really fast because that's kind of as fast as I can go. But it's so incredibly light that, and it's stable too, which surprised me. Like, I think because it's a little bit more, and it's a little bit slippery, it's a little bit more competition shaped. Like, it's a little bit more performance shaped, I guess. So I think it's gonna go better than the Crucible. I'm gonna go on a quest for a thicker string for this because I think it's got a little bit of a response issue, but it could just be that it's new or dusty or something. Maybe it's been sitting around. Oh, it's so perfectly weighted. These are both so much fun. So huge thank you to Ta-Chin. These are both incredible amounts of fun. I like this a lot more than I expected to. Not that I wasn't going to, but I was thinking that the air was going to be really the main attraction. I really do like the air. It's really awesome, but I'm just surprised at how much I love this one too. These both play really, really well. These both play extremely well, especially for being like under $20. Like, are you kidding me? It's like $17 or $18 for this thing. It's insane. It's 7075. It's 52 grams, 53, something like that. It's so insanely light. It's obviously designed very, very carefully. I don't see like any blemishes on it. I almost got the raw, but you know me, I just can't resist a pink yo-yo. Like I said, the only drawback of this one is that the response feels a little bit slippery. I felt the same way with other yo-yos recently, kind of experimenting with some of the thicker zipline strings. And like I said, this one blew me away too. It's definitely got more of like the traditional modern yo-yo feel to it, but it feels so much lighter, and the weight distribution is so nice and even that on throw it's just super, super comfortable, but it's actually really, really powerful. And yeah, the binds are really, really solid, and it also has a nice sound just like the other one. Plus the color is great too, but this one is definitely like more out there as far as design with the material, with the extremely low weight. And I definitely feel right off the bat that this is a lot more playable than the Crucible, because the Crucible it's egg-shaped. I don't think it has any step up. This doesn't either, really. I mean, it does have a little bit of a, you know, there's like a slight bump there, but it doesn't have like a real step up before the response. But because it's not just going directly down, like the Crucible goes directly from the yo-yo down into the response completely, this has that slope that lets you stay off the response when you're doing tricks. Like the Crucible will turn on you really quickly. I don't mean like betray you, but it literally turns on you. And that can be a problem, especially if you don't throw straight. With the Crucible, you'll find that like you'll throw it just slightly off axis and it'll just completely like start vibrating against the string and slow down a lot. I'm not saying the Crucible isn't a fun yo-yo, and I don't want to take back any of the good stuff I said about it, but I definitely feel like this is a much more playable, but it's like a much more performance-based yo-yo. It definitely feels like something like you could be a little bit more serious with this. I don't know how good it would be for competition because I will never do competition, but if I was to choose between this or the Crucible, like for something more serious that could handle a little bit more tricks that are not like in the realm of normal stuff, I would definitely choose the air first. Not to mention it's like a quarter or even less of the price than the Crucible. Anyway, these are both extremely fun. So one of them was a Half-Life, I think, yo-yos, the Fragile. They still have these at Taobao. If you can read Chinese, go for it. And this one is the Aceyo Air. Both of these are 100% going to get another video from me. I'm going to get these prioritized because they're just super fun. And like, that's kind of why I like this channel. I know I don't get that many views, but like, I'm not reviewing the Bear Trap. I'm not reviewing the bimetal shutter, but I also like looking at this like kind of side stuff that's a little bit different and off the beaten path, and hopefully I can get somebody excited. But you know, I feel like I was partially responsible for getting a lot of people into Yo-Yo Empire, and I'm hoping that you know, I can kind of show other companies like this with the help of people like Tachin, can sort of help me expose more people to Aceyo and these other companies like a Half-Life, whatever they are. But anyway, yeah, really fun yo-yos. You could see a big smile on my face. I'm super excited. These are 100% going to be going with me absolutely everywhere for the next few days. Like, I can't see myself using any other yo-yo right now, except I may have a yo-yo in the mail soon. That's probably going to be in my rotation as well, but you'll have to wait a few days to see that one. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Like I said, I'll be making videos of both of these. I'll probably include a comparison with the Crucible in the review of this one, just because I think they're similar enough in some ways that it may warrant a closer look, especially since a lot of people consider the Crucible one of the lightest modern yo-yos. So I think this warrants a comparison there. But thanks so much for watching. Take care, have a nice day, and Sayonara.